Well, hello, my beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for June 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Capricorn, this is your monthly reading for June. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. Well, I can't believe we are here in June already, but here we are. It's come around so quickly and it's been a bit of a roller coaster of a year, but are you prepared to go a little bit faster? Is that even possible right now? Well, this month is all about evolution and drastic change. Uranus, a planet born out of chaos, enters center stage this month to really mix things up a little bit. So hold on to your hats as life throws a few curveballs into the mix. Now, this can actually be really positive because it means you're activating some levels of change that will affect your future for a very sort of beneficial outcome. So this Uranus energy, it's not to be feared. I want you to be aware of that, but it does bring some critical changes there as well. Now, of course, this can be personally or on a global scale, these changes. And on a personal level, you're actually making important changes this month that I think they want that card. Yeah. You're making important changes this month that really positively affect your future. Things like decluttering, relocating, or perhaps thinking about where you truly belong or where you want to move to. Some of you are going to have new focuses that really make your heart sing with joy and your mind feel at peace, to release pressure and finally put your own happiness first. Also, some of you may take on some sort of detoxifying procedure there as well, because this is all about out with the old and in with the new. And of course, there has been a lot of heavy energy recently, which will lift slightly at the beginning of June. The first 10 to 12 days are super positive for the collective as Mars enters Aries. Now, this is a very passionate partnership, amplifying ambition, new energy, drive, focus, and it really accelerates the pace to rise up and overcome challenges and tap into that energy of success and achievement. Now, both your cards here are about rising up. I hope you are aware of that. I will tap into each card as I get there, but I just noticed it as I'm about to go to this other deck. But this is quite an exciting time for you, because there are some endings and new beginnings, but we will get into that. Now, this is a perfect month to really launch that new vision, that new business idea, sustain momentum on things that you've already been working on, your goals, and be really proud of your efforts. You may even have a passionate romantic encounter this month, especially since Venus reappears in the sky, enhancing romantic opportunities and deepening, I think they want that card, yeah, and deepening current connections. Now, Jupiter, planet of good luck and prosperity, also makes a grand entrance to really soften any hardships or tension that you've been going through. And this can also lead to a brief and very positive financial shift on a personal level. However, these alignments, they may cause a bit of a push and pull as all of the energies are jostling with a very chaotic Uranus at the moment, which can lead in some cases, especially in terms of global events, crisis negotiation talks. On a personal level, this can also manifest through important conversations that you need to have, whether they're going to be diplomatic or not. It could raise some tension, but this is a time of really having those difficult conversations, or, being really honest with yourself and basically working out what it is that you want and being very sort of decisive about your energy. Now, also, there Could be some sudden changes this month or course corrections. And again, that can be personally and in terms of world events. We are entering some very complex times mid-month, I have to say it. Uranus really makes its presence known, but there are a lot of other factors that are in the mix as well that makes it amplified, especially in and around the 18th of June, which could bring some interesting, maybe even shocking financial news, or even a rude awakening regarding future plans or changes that are to come for the collective. Now, I would say that this month is a bit of a mixed bag. It's a little bit of pressure with pockets of positivity. So I feel it's more of the same at the moment. Okay, that's the Three of Wands there for you. And we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is a nice card to leave your month on there. But I would definitely say that basically we're going to come through and out of Gemini season. And at the end of June, we're going to be focused a little bit more firmly on the people that we really care about, our family, friends, soul tribe members, people that we consider our nearest and dearest. And this is about offering support, stability, and moving forward for a brighter future. So, the end of June is actually going to be quite positive. I would also say look out for the 6th of June because there's a bit of a hotbed of energy there. So you may see some drastic changes right now I'm getting a change in infrastructure. Random. There may be something in and around that date that happens that could be an issue, maybe a delay perhaps, or something that changes drastically like overnight that potentially is cause for concern, but things will level out, remember, because Jupiter, of course, is there to soften the blow, okay? So let's get straight to your cards. Your first card there is the Death card. Something big is ending for you this month, and it's not just that you're putting the previous month behind you and you're so ready to get on with this new month. Your 6th house of daily routines is actually influencing you at the beginning of the month. And that's all about your schedules, paying bills, savings plans, budgets, repayment plans, basically your responsibilities and tasks. In this house, it can feel a little bit dull, like, nothing's really happening. But actually, it's really important because it's keeping your life running really smoothly. And, with the Death card here, this can indicate that you are ending contracts or agreements that perhaps you feel are outdated. Some of you may, look at expiry dates on contracts and look elsewhere to renew, especially if it's like a service provider and you feel like they've started to ask for too much money for the service that they're providing. Or for some of you, you may just look around for a better deal. And some of you may think about renewing a service that perhaps you have disconnected for some time, but you want to renew it. So this is all about, endings in certain practical areas of your life. For some of you, with the Death card there, it can indicate that you're looking at important documents that are coming to the end of expiry date so that you can renew. These could be passports, visas. Some of you may even decide to look elsewhere for like a passport or a visa. So some of you may be traveling or thinking about relocating this month. But I feel it's all about the practical stuff at the beginning of June there for you. A lot of you are going to be focused a little bit more on your health or exercise routines. This is about restarting things that perhaps you feel you haven't been paying attention to for a little while, and especially your sleeping patterns. So this is something that perhaps will be on your mind for the month of June to really build some sort of schedule or keep to a routine. It almost feels like routine is going to help you in the month of June just to stay on track with your goals and your dreams and have a structure. Because I feel this energy of having a to-do list. And with the transformation card, I feel this is about you empowering yourself to make major changes in your life. Some of you may cut out things from your diet that perhaps, don't serve a purpose anymore, or perhaps you notice that you're having a reaction to something and you feel it's run its course in your life, you don't want it anymore. I definitely see a lot of you trying new things as well when it comes to food substances. This is so random because normally my readings are not about that, but this is what's coming through right now, so I have to honor it. And they're actually showing me randomly a cucumber in the water right now. So I love cucumber. Maybe someone's chopping some right now. I'm not really sure why I'm being given that. It could be health related. Perhaps it's all about electrolytes or hydration, maybe even trying to control blood sugar, keep it lower. So please take it as it resonates. I'm not really sure why I'm being shown that, but I feel it's more to do with hydration. Let me see. You have a King of Pentacles here. You've got a Ten of Pentacles. Hermit, Ten of Wands, the Moon. I mean, you've got the Nine of Cups and the Moon. You've got some great cards. I mean, you have the best cards so far in the whole zodiac for the month of June. So I feel like you're putting some of your ideas and plans into practice and maintaining momentum on other things that you've already been working on. And some of you are going to launch some new things as well there. So it looks really, really positive for June, but we'll tap in a little bit deeper. But I mean, that cucumber energy, it could be that you're trying to rehydrate a little bit more, because the Moon card, it's in the resistance position. So it could mean that some of you, maybe you have been a little bit dehydrated recently, and especially in and around a moon cycle. You know, your first house takes over in the latter part of the month, of course, because you know, your new moon is going to be in your sign. So this is really about yourself. It's about your identity. It's about revamping, you know, parts of your life that you feel have become a little bit stuck or stagnant. Some of you may even revamp a look or treat yourself to a little something to kind of enhance your look in some way. It's not really about aesthetics, but the first house is all about the self. So it's really about how you identify and how you express yourself. And that's through every means, whether it's through vocalizing what it is that you want and meaning what you say, or whether it's through expressive clothes. Or, you know, for example, if you're going for an interview, you will express yourself in your clothes, in how you conduct yourself, or how you would conduct yourself in business, for example, or in the industry that you're working in. So if you are someone who wants to be in the art industry, for example, you may dress a little bit more flamboyant than someone who wants to work in Wall Street, for example, and work in a suit. I don't even know if people in Wall Street still work in suits, but, you know, I'm just giving you like the typical kind of norm of what we kind of visualize people who work in those industries look like. So whatever it is, I feel like, you know, you're just looking at yourself and how you present yourself to the world and what it says about you, even though you're a wonderful sign who really doesn't care what people think about you. But I feel this is you thinking about how you feel about you. And also you're going to be looking at how you stand out from the crowd, what really makes you unique in all areas of life: friendships, relationships, family gatherings, work events. Even if you're retired, this could be how you stand out in the community, or, you know, how you basically stand out in your friendships or your projects, because you'll still have projects on the go. Also, I feel this is a very big soul searching month for all of you, really looking at where you feel like you belong in the world. So I feel right now, if there's anything you're unhappy with, you're making some massive changes, and June seems to be the month where it is all change for you. But as something ends here, something new begins, and it's covered by a Nine of Cups and a Ten of Pentacles. So this means it's a wish fulfillment, and the Ten of Pentacles indicates that it's, you know, financially very lucrative, or it indicates that you are looking at what legacy you leave. So I feel like you're working towards something. Now, I'm also being given right now generational wealth. Okay, so some of you may be building generational wealth right now, or trying to compound finances in order to put yourself in a really great position for pension time, or, you know, looking at the legacy that you leave, not just in terms of finances, but what you do and what it says about you, really establishing your reputation for whatever it is that you do. You know, even, you know, being a carer, you know, you are the best at what you do. You know, you care so much. You put your whole heart and soul into every single thing that you do. So, you know, sometimes people, when people talk about reputation, or they talk about doing, people immediately associate it with career, but that's not it at all. This is about you and how you value yourself, and how you sort of generously give your whole heart and soul to things, and what you're known for. And, you know, everybody's known for different things in, like, family gatherings, for example, or friendships, or community in some way, or even in the neighborhood. Everyone's got like a perception of what they feel, you know, they think about you, or how they think you conduct your life. And you do not adhere to anybody else's expectations. But I really feel there's some level of appreciation coming your way this month through communication. So you may get like a message from a friend who says, you know what, thank you so much, you gave me some great advice. Or it could even be that a family member reaches out and says, you know what, you're really awesome. I just want you to know that I really care. For some of you, it could be in career, where someone sort of levels up and offers you a promotion, and basically offers you a new job opportunity. But whatever it is, I feel you feel fulfilled at the end of the month. But also I feel this energy of you making some major transformations in your life that really help you achieve whatever it is that you are going through right now, because there is a period here of personal development. We've got the Hermit energy and the King of Pentacles. So I feel like right now you're bringing your A game to life, whatever that means for you. I feel you're showing up for yourself, and I feel like you have been achieving a lot. So even if it's a personal development project that you're going through right now, I feel like you're going to see results. You're giving your 100% and you're going to see 100% results, and you can be really proud of yourself. For some of you, it will be connected to career. For some of you, it could also be about real estate, because we've got the Ten of Pentacles there. So that can be about the home space. It can also be about family. I see that a lot of you have family responsibilities that you're going to be taking care of right now, and that's really connected to your first house and your sixth house. So it's like, how you step up for yourself, but also, how you lead by example and help others as well. But this card indicates that some of you may be cutting something out this month, and that could be like a subscription that perhaps you've had for a long time because you want to save some money. It may be that you like the subscription, you found it cheaper elsewhere, or perhaps you found it free somewhere. For some of you, it could be that you just don't have time to connect to these subscriptions, so you're like, well, that's just a waste of my money. And you may be just cutting things down a little bit, streamlining your energy. But this card, it can also indicate that you're cutting something out that perhaps has served its purpose. You've evolved away from it. For some of you, because I see a major spiritual awakening happening here, especially with the Hermit energy, this is, as I said, a big philosophical energy where some of you may have felt withdrawn recently in order to really get answers within yourself, to gain enlightenment. And I feel like you're fed up with some things. I'm just getting this energy of you're tired, you're fed up with the way things have been, and some of you are really looking inside yourself to be the change that you want to see in your current circumstances. So I really feel you're gathering all up this strength to be serious about making certain changes in your life to have a beneficial outcome. So some of you, as you're going through a spiritual awakening, you may notice that, you stand alone, or that you have a smaller group of friends, let's put it that way, is what I'm being given. But you're being guided towards meeting new people, new places, new faces, in order to connect to your soul tribe. Because as we evolve, our frequencies change, and sometimes we start to outgrow people. That's okay. But also relationships change based on, people's lives. So everybody's going through something, so people may be a little bit more distracted or invested in their own life, and sometimes we can feel a little bit shut out from their life, or we need to shut them out from our lives just periodically, so that we can focus on something that we need to, that is critical at that time. So with this Hermit energy, I see a lot of you sort of withdrawing in order to focus on getting serious about your life. The King of Pentacles indicates some of you, this is about ambition, it's about focusing on your projects. It's really about investing everything that you've got on a practical level to make some radical changes in your life so that you can feel that you are on top of things. But also, the King of Pentacles can indicate some of you are thinking about, how can I build more wealth? So this month could be a month where you're really putting new money-making ideas into practice, because we've got the Fool card here, so that is a launching card. So that can indicate some of you are either becoming an entrepreneur, or you're setting up a business where, you are going to sort of have this sense of duality, because of course we have the Moon card there, which is a sense of independence, but at the same time having something that is stable. So some of you may have like a contractual work agreement, or a work environment that you connect to that has like a long period of sustainability, but then you may be thinking about something more independent on the side, whether this is setting up a course of learning for people, whether this is something that you're moonlighting on right now, or something that you are keeping to yourself right now, because this is a card of withdrawing into the shadows so that you're not readily seen. And it can be that you are basically working on something very serious right now and getting ready to launch it. So whatever it is that you are doing with your plans, know that they will be successful. You've invested everything that you've got in this, and I feel like it's really going to work out for you, whatever it is. Now, for some of you, it could be, as I said, a personal project. It could be a personal development project, spiritual project, developing, your sense of security in life, but also reestablishing your belief system. But also I see you looking at your belief system and looking looking at who really is on the same page. And this could be throughout the whole of all areas of your life. For example, you know, if there's like a company that you feel you don't agree with their ethics, then you're like, you know what? No, I'm not going to spend there, for example. So I feel like right now you're looking at your belief system, you're looking at your sense of integrity. And, you know, I feel for some of you, it literally is that you are like basically establishing what you stand for by the way that you spend. Okay, so there's something going on there, which is very unusual to come through in my readings, but that's what I'm getting right now. Also, the Hermit energy can indicate some of you feel like you've been working so hard in life that you're going almost like unnoticed. It's almost like you're blending into the background. And for some of you, that's kind of nice. You may be like, you know what, I'm doing my thing. I don't want anyone to distract me. So I feel this sense of, you know, you will reveal your success when the moment is right, but you're not going to talk about it because talk gives away the energy and it almost sets you up for, you know, not achieving as much as you can in as quick time. So it's almost like by keeping it to yourself, working hard in silence, you're going to get a lot more done is what I'm getting here. But also the Hermit energy, it tells me you're exhausted. Okay, so a lot of you may be changing your schedule or doing something to make sure that you have good quality rest. And for some of you, with that King of Pentacles, this could be that you're investing in your mental health at this time, your well-being. You know, you're taking a step back in order to really put your own needs first. And I'm really getting a sense here as well. Some of you may invest in yourself through going to meditative classes or taking up meditation, maybe yoga, Reiki, or even thinking about a spiritual retreat, or even just getting out into nature just to make sure that you ground yourself and that, you know, you have good quality rest. Because of course we can rest physically, but, you know, the Hermit energy is of the mind, of the soul. And I feel some of you have been on the go, pushed and pulled in many different directions, and you've just been riding that wave of life, okay? But I feel that you're freeing yourself up from something and there's going to be some positive breakthroughs happening here for you as well. Now, I have to say with the King of Pentacles, you're going to be very busy this month, but it is going to be like administrative tasks, emails, phone calls. Some of you may even have to return to phone calls and chase people up for something this month. It may get a little bit frustrating, but you will have a sense of achievement because finally you get everything in order. For some of you, this could be tax time that you're literally like focusing on receipts, getting everything in order to give it to like an accountant, for example. Some of you, if you are an entrepreneur, you may be enlisting the help of like a third party to almost like delegate some work, outsource some things. And if you're in a career and you're trying to move up the ladder, I definitely see an increase in your finances. But with the Fool card there, this could be either you're moving into a different department or you've been putting your resume out there and finally an opportunity arises that you secure and you get more money. Because I feel with the Surrender card, which is the Hangman, I feel like a lot of you have been waiting a long time to get a better opportunity because, you know, you're at a certain level, a certain status already. You have acquired knowledge through experience, but also through learning. And some of you may have felt like you've hit a glass ceiling or a plateau in some way, and you're ready to launch yourself or smash through that glass ceiling. So I feel some of you have come as far as you can in the role that you're in for the money that you're getting, and you may be just putting the feelers out there to see if there's any other opportunities. And the Moon card, it really tells me that there's going to be a surprise one that comes up, maybe even something that you put your resume out there for a little while ago, okay? Almost like you threw it out into the ether and you didn't hear anything back. And you'd be like, oh, well, that's lost. On to the next, on to the next. But actually it comes back around, or suddenly you hear about it and it's going to be offered to you. It's almost like the dream job opportunity. And if some of you are currently out of work and you're looking for an opportunity and it's been a long time, I feel like you've been waiting for a long time. And some of you may have felt really uncertain and a little bit frustrated, but also a little bit nervous that perhaps, you know, the job market has changed so much that you're not going to get an opportunity. That's not true at all. I definitely see like a managerial type role coming in that will give you the right amount of money. I feel it's the money that you're kind of asking for. You know, I don't feel it's any more at this time, but there is the potential to staircase later on, okay? Now, of course, the King of Pentacles is all about maturity, okay? So this is about you being practical about life and evolving from things. And basically, it's an energy where, you know, your knowledge is transforming your life. So you're a very intelligent person and you've invested in yourself, and now you're being really practical with that knowledge to transform your life in some way. So that whether that's to transform where you live, could be like house related here, real estate is what I'm picking up on. For some of you, this could be a time where you reinvest into your home, DIY, decluttering, perhaps, you know, basically using, how can I put that, like paint and things to express how you feel, you know, and create a sanctuary in your home in a different way. Because I get this breath of fresh air happening in your life right now. And I feel a lot of you are more focused on getting serious about a budget, okay? Because when you have the Hermit energy, some of you may feel like, okay, I'm not going to go out so much at this moment in time because I'm actually going to book a big vacation, or I'm going to go off on a wonderful adventure, or you're saving for something big is what I'm seeing. So it's not that you're not going to go out from time to time and enjoy yourself. I still see enjoyment here. But also I feel that you have a goal in mind, and I feel like you're going to be right on target for the budget, okay? Now we do have the Hangman. It's in the resistance position, which is basically in the reverse at first, but it will go into the upright at the end of June. Some of you may have started to look at the sacrifices you've been making in life. Maybe for some people who perhaps do not deserve it, or perhaps for opportunities that you feel didn't go your way. You may have felt there was a missed opportunity there, and you put your whole heart and soul into that opportunity, and it just didn't work out the way that you'd hoped for. Well, you know, there's an energy here of, with the Ten of Wands and the Moon, there's this sense of you will see why those opportunities never went your way, because you're about to get the Fool card energy, the Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles, which means it's a wish fulfilled, a dream opportunity, or something even better. So I feel some of you will actually look back and think, I'm glad I missed out on that. Now, this could be a relationship. It could be a friendship. It could be an opportunity. Whatever it is, I feel like there's going to be a healthy amount of looking back in the month of June where you're like, I'm so glad that didn't work out for me, because look at what happens now, or look at what is about to happen. So I feel it will have been worth the wait, whatever is showing up for you in June and beyond. Now, of course, with the Hangman energy, there has been this major energy, and this came up briefly in your sign a couple of weeks ago for one of the readings. Some of you have been going through a period of stillness, and you may have thought that perhaps you've been stuck, okay? But I feel a pause was given to you on purpose to rest, recharge, and really get new knowledge, or see things from a different perspective, which I feel you have done. So now you're moving on to the next stage, and you're making some level of changes that are going to benefit you long term. Something you've been waiting for that perhaps you felt is never going to happen, or is not showing up for you right now, will suddenly be delivered in the month of June out of the blue. Okay, I'm being given that strongly there as well. But also what I'm seeing right now is, for some of you beautiful Capricorns, you've been going through a lot, a very testing time, and it's been hard. It's been difficult, let's put it that way. Difficult when you present it as a challenge, it's something you can overcome. When it's hard, people start to think, oh, it's too hard, I can't do it. But I feel like you're looking at it from a different viewpoint. It has been challenging, and you're someone who is really good at challenges. You overcome challenges. You don't like them. I mean, nobody likes them, but I feel like you are strong enough to overcome this challenge. The Ten of Wands tells me that you are someone who is one tough cookie, and whatever it is that life has been throwing at you right now, you're still showing up, and you're not allowing it to get you down. Now, I'm seeing a slogan in the water right now, and I'm just hearing, we can do it. And that's what the words say, we can do it. So, I mean, I feel that's collective Capricorn out there, like all of you saying together, we can do it. You're moving through a very uncertain time. I mean, we all are collectively. There's a lot of chaotic energy going on in the world right now, and the last couple of years has really ramped up that level of crazy to the point some of you may be asking, like, did we go through a paradigm shift? Something seems really like upside down right now. And that Hangman energy is kind of like, are we living in the upside down? There's like this energy of, will things take a more positive turn? Well, the answer is yes. Of course, there are some chaotic forces beyond our control on things like global events that we will have no control over. But I feel on a personal level for you, there's this energy of the universe supporting your goals and dreams and creating a space for the pathway to be clearer for you. And that's where we get the moon for you. Now, of course, it is in the resistance position, but it will go into the upright there. So some of you have been feeling very frustrated with delays or blockages, but I feel these will be released. And some of you are looking at where you feel lonely or unhappy in your world. And I feel some of you, you're going to pick up the courage to join a new group or pick up a hobby. You're doing something for you, something that interests you, and it doesn't have to cost much money, but I feel some of you getting a little bit more involved in the community or searching out events that really speak to your heart, and this is where you find your soul tribe, and I feel it's going to be very rewarding long term. Now, also, the moon energy is an energy of being very cerebral in your emotions, fluctuating. I mean, some of you may have felt like you've been a little bit in limbo or just on autopilot, doing life, and that's it, and you're like, wow, time is flying by because you're just doing right now. But I feel in the month of June, there's going to be a pause for you to reflect and connect to your higher wisdom, your higher self. You're someone who is highly intuitive. You have a lot of intuition, almost bordering on psychic there. Some of you are actually psychic, but some of you may question your intuition. And I feel like you're being taught that your gut instinct is the way forward, okay? And as you can see, this figure, they've got like a little maze there where their gut is. So I feel some of you have been learning to trust your gut instinct, but also when you've got a maze, it can indicate that when you take one direction, suddenly you're hit with a brick wall or you're hit with a locked door. And sometimes we've got to acknowledge that those brick walls or those locked doors are to kind of like redirect us in another direction that is even better for us. And those walls and doors, they actually present a bit of a leaning post. So you can just like pause and rest on it. Sometimes we have to look at that brick wall rather than something that we need to smash through it in that moment. See it more as an opportunity to just relax, because I feel like you've been a bit of a warrior going through life and just doing right now. And I mean, a lot of your cards, the Hermit and the Hangman, are calling for a bit more rest. There's a really interesting dynamic happening here where there's an energy where some of you may have felt like you've been in a period of stillness, like you've been really busy, and you're going to be very productive in the month of June. However, it almost feels like you're not seeing the rewards, you're not seeing the progress. It just feels like you're just throwing energy into like an empty void right now. But you're going to see the results in June, and you're going to reflect on all the hard work that you've been putting into your life, and you're going to see that actually it is rewarding and then actually you are making progress, okay? I feel this energy that some of you, especially with the Ten of Wands, no matter what you do, you may feel that it's never enough. Or no matter what you do, it feels like there's still loads more to be done. So with that Ten of Wands, I feel a lot of you are overstretched or feeling the burn right now of life. And I feel with that Ten of Wands here, some of you, I mean, there's a lot of ending cards in your reading here. So some of you may leave a neighborhood, leave a job, leave a friendship, or leave an old habit behind in some way. Because you've got the transformation card, the death card, of course. You've got the Ten of Wands, which is the end of something that has been difficult. You are close to this breakthrough, the pinnacle point, the precipice of change. And you've got the Fool card, which is the new beginning, the launch. So some of you, it could be that you're like tying up loose ends, really working really hard to get everything organized and in order. And that's where your King of Pentacles comes in. You know, it's about being practical, getting everything organized, and then you're taking a vacation with that Fool card. For some of you, it's that you're busy trying to get all the logistics together to launch a new idea or a new business, or maybe launch a relationship. Perhaps you're going to just dive into a commitment there. So whatever it is for you, I feel like it's something rewarding that you've been wishing for quite some time. But also the Ten of Wands is in the resistance position, which means transformation. It means change. And of course, you know, when you get it in the resistance position, it also indicates that if some of you have experienced a false start or a delay or, you know, a brutal sort of reality check there, I feel it's happened for a reason to point you in a better direction. So I feel brighter times are ahead here. I mean, your outcome energy is incredible. We have the Fool card. Now, when you get the Fool card, and if you know your tarot, you'll know that these two cards, they kind of complement each other, which is like balance in life, okay? Work hard, play harder. So I feel there's this energy here that life has got pretty serious for you right now, and now you are searching for pockets of happiness. Of course, happiness comes from within, and you know this because you've got the Hermit energy right there. But I feel like you're trying to launch yourself and find more fun, more spontaneity in your life. So some of you are going to really connect to new things, new experiences, new places, new faces, festivals, invitations. I feel like you want it all. And I feel some of you are also taking a chance on a new path. Okay, whatever it is, it feels exciting. I feel like you're embarking on something, and it's something that you're fully invested in, and it's going to be fully enjoyable and successful. And of course, it's going to be different for everybody, but I want you to be aware of the cards that you've got, because the Nine of Cups, it's a wish, it's a dream opportunity. It's your goals and your dreams becoming a reality. So I definitely see that your investment in life is turning your life around, and you're being encouraged by the universe to follow your heart and keep believing, because believing is receiving. And also, the Nine of Cups is a card of feeling really proud of yourself. You're showing up for yourself in life, and you are someone who's super independent. You know, you've got this. You're self-reliant. Sometimes it's really hard, because it would be nice if we were like, could somebody be out there and just help? You know, do I have to be super independent all the time? It can feel like that. But your sign, being an earth sign, I feel like you revel in that. You revel in that level of independence and freedom. And I feel like you certainly march to the beat of your own drum. But I feel this is a very ambitious month where you're getting a lot of projects done, things like DIY, things like, launching things or putting new ideas into practice is what I see. And that Nine of Cups, you're just going to look back on June and think, you know what, I accomplished a lot. You're going to feel so proud of yourself there as well. Now, of course, we have a Ten of Pentacles. So there is an energy here of savings. I mean, you're going from a King of Pentacles to a Ten of Pentacles. So some of you are making a large purchase, but not out of your means is what I see there. So I feel with that Ten of Pentacles, you know, this is about you receiving some money for your investment, your hard work. So I definitely see payoffs happening here. Also, this is about you attracting more. So some of you with your financial knowledge, I mean, you may withdraw in order to find hidden knowledge of how to do something. You know, like the super rich, right? They've obviously got a system that says, okay, I'm just going to accumulate loads of wealth and nobody really knows how to do this structure, right? So I feel like some of you may be digging a little bit deeper on how to do that so that you can implement those structures into your life and build and compound on your wealth. So some of you may be actually interested in that right now. But again, I see a lot of you becoming independent in terms of how you make your money because of your first house. This is you being very gifted and creative and actually expressing yourself in a certain way where you can actually accumulate more money. But also it can be that you're looking at things in the home space that perhaps you've outgrown, decluttering and sort of putting it online to upsell it and, basically have a financial recompense there for you, and you're giving it to another home that will love it as much as you did. So I feel some of you are just putting lots of different money-making ideas into practice, but also the Ten of Pentacles can be calculating what you have right now, focusing on your pension, for example. I mean, for some of you, this energy with the Death card, it can be that some of you are entering retirement. You're ending a cycle of working, and of course you've still got projects on the go. Some of you may even remain a consultant on something because we have that King of Pentacles there, but the Fool card is like freedom. It's about you enjoying your own time. It's about you looking at the pension pot that you have and how you can increase it. I do see a small increase happening there as well for you. I want you to be aware of that. But some of you may also be like moving to a new neighborhood, a new country, for example, because it feels like a fresh new adventure. Whatever it is, I feel like you're saving on it or you're working for it and you're going to make it happen. So your dreams are going to become a reality. Now, also, before I leave your reading, that Ten of Pentacles indicates the family. So I feel a lot of you family responsibilities. It may be like half term if you have children at school, for example, and you're just trying to find fun things to do to, as a family, sort of like go out and enjoy yourselves. I definitely see that. It feels like quality time there. Also with the Ten of Pentacles, some of you may be even involved in the family business, and you may have noticed that there's been a bit of a lull in the business, and you may have been a little bit nervous, a little bit anxious there, a little bit uncertain, but I feel things are going to start to pick up and you're going to see that the trajectory is on the up. So I feel ultimately it's going to go from strength to strength there as well, okay? Now, the Ten of Pentacles is also about security, so random, but this did come up in another reading. I'm not sure which sign, so maybe you've got a placement in that sign, but I can't tell you which one it is, so I'm really sorry about that. But I'm seeing someone getting like home security, so it doesn't mean that there's anything you need to protect yourself against, okay? Because I see nothing untoward here, but I feel some of you may change a security provider or think about getting like a security system, perhaps. Or perhaps some of you are looking at property either abroad or maybe in a different neighborhood, and you're just thinking about security. I'm not really sure. I just have that energy coming through. Now, before I get these cards, I'm seeing a wire. It's a golden wire in the water, and it's full of lights. Okay, so this could be like a decoration perhaps, but I mean, it could also be that you're completely wired and all lit up for June, and although you're exhausted, I feel like you're still tapping into the energy that's available to you to basically do life and really show up for yourself. So that's coming through there as well. We have Wheel of Fortune and Surrender. Now, interesting. Pay close attention to the synchronicities in your reading, because we've got the word surrender twice. Okay, so both Hangman energy here, new wisdom acquired that helps you see your life from a different viewpoint, that helps things be easier. But it says here, surrender, no longer fighting or resisting, letting things be allowed, giving up control. Now, that can indicate that the Wheel of Fortune is about to come in and deliver something. So it's like when we release control, sometimes things work out better than we expect. We allow the universe, fate, to intervene to bring us something better. So I definitely see with that Wheel of Fortune, things are working out in your favor. And it's about time. You guys have really been through the ringer. It says things are working in your favor, lucky moment, phase, or situation, fate and destiny, and change. Now, you've got change all over your reading for June, but I feel like you're in control of these changes and the outcome is really going to be fulfilling. We've also got concealment. Now, I feel this energy of, as I said, you going off grid or working on something behind the scenes, feeling pretty exhausted or fed up with the way things are at the moment, and being the catalyst for change in your own life. But it says something is kept hidden, hiding from the world, hiding your true self. Now, you are one of the most authentic signs, so I definitely don't see that you will be hiding a part of yourself or not being authentic. But I feel some of you could be working on something behind the scenes, and it's almost like you feel like you don't need to shout about something right now, okay? And some of you may also feel like you are unseen sometimes. But I feel as you move through into July, this is about letting your light really shine and allowing yourself to be seen. And I do see that there are going to be pockets of being a little bit more sociable in June, but it really ramps up the pace when you move into July, okay? And of course, finally, because I've already said the surrender card, we have the sands of time. So you're not wasting your time. I feel like you're totally on all of your deadlines. It says something is reaching an end. I did mention at the beginning there, things like important documents, expiry dates that came out there. Someone slipping away. We also mentioned about friendships evolving. So obviously this card is tapping into everything that was in this reading. And time is running out. Now, I want you to be aware, and you're probably already aware, that time is a man-made construct, okay? So basically, I feel, of course, we have deadlines, and it's there for us to measure our time. But I feel some of you, it's like now or never. Okay, because if you've got the Death card and the Fool card, it's basically you're making a change and it's now or never. So for some of you, you may put pressure on yourself because you've given yourself a timeline to do something, and you may feel that time is running out. And some of you, although you don't like pressure, you may feel that to put yourself under a certain expectation helps you achieve. So it almost like lights a fire up your you-know-what, okay? So I feel like you tend to view pressure as being positive because it helps you shift and change your world for the positive. Because actually, if you just allow things to coast, Nothing ever changes. It stays the same. And you're not that sort of person to slip into that level of complacency. So I feel for you, June is all change, and it's really, really positive there as well. I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. Okay, wow. So we got the skull and crossbones, which is, of course, connected to the death card. So big change happening here. But also this is about you looking at anything that's toxic in your world, really cutting it out. This is toxic behavior, environments, people, situations, food substances, whatever it is. I feel like you're paying close attention to what you allow your body to absorb, and whether that's through digestion, whether that's through hearing, whether it's through visualization, whether it's through absorbing energy around you, whatever it is, you know, you are absorbing energy constantly. And I feel like you're just being very aware of what you allow to affect your body. Now, we also have the infinity sign, which indicates there are infinite possibilities for you to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. This also connects to the strength card, lets me know that you're a very, very strong person, but also you do need to implement some self-care routines. And finally, we have the giant rune. Now, this is all about protection. It is about you getting better luck is what I'm getting as well. That's literally what this means, but I didn't think that that was what I was going to say next. So I was just being given the energy of like, good luck, good luck. Remember the Wheel of Fortune. And also I feel there's this energy of recognizing that non-action for some time actually allowed better opportunities or people to come into your life. So I feel this level of surrender was a positive pause for you in life. You know, pauses are very positive. They allow us to really get clear on things and really tap into our inner awareness. So we can just have like a little check-in, a re-examination of where we are and where we want to go, and almost reprogram things if we feel that things have headed in a different direction, or that we are accepting things perhaps that we shouldn't be. So I feel it's definitely you kind of like readdressing things and making some radical changes. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Capricorn. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Capricorn, and love and light.